You're doing all of
Well, the thing is, I could probably do this game in like 5 hours if I just did full Renegade. Because Renegade is actually the shortest game path.
Speedrunners are renegades, confirmed?
Well, because the thing is like you can just ignore a lot of the side, like a lot of the rewards if you go Renegade, because it's like you want to kill this man and let him kill all the prisoners, and it's like
Yeah.
I'll do that. And then, but like
Right.
if you don't, it's like an extra 15 minutes of fighting you have to do because you have to like.
Sorry, go
ahead. Well, you said but, so I'm letting you interject.
Well, but if you go Paragon, you don't have to fight Saren.
I don't remember that actually.
You just talk him down, and he's like, "What have I done?" And I think he shoots himself.
I mean, you know I'm into that.
Yeah, true.
I forgot. I don't know. I feel like I just always have to kill Saren, like no matter what. Mostly because, first of all, like, how dare you?
Right.
You made Matriarch Venezia could have been such a cool character, and like the only thing interesting about her was that like her mom, like she's Liara's mom.
How hot is my mic, Cam? Does it sound bad? Does it sound crackly?
What?
Cam says my mic is hot.
Yeah, it just means it's on.
But that's normal for a streamer.
No, it's not. What do you mean?
What do you mean?
You're in the starting soon screen, but you have begun.
Oh, I mean, yeah, true. I don't have like a just where like the party is chatting screen.
I think we should.
I see why this would be confusing for a regular.
Can we get Velvet to commission like us sitting at like a pub table?
Oh, that would actually be amazing. I would be down with that.
Art?
Can we sit at the table where
Velvet is an amazing artist? I'm actually gonna, when I make my next character, I'm actually gonna talk to her about
Link stuff. I want to see.
Let's see.
If
I can PM you an emote.
If you follow Kamadalis121, all of the art on his stream is all from Velvet.
This emote that is in Core's stream, Core's Discord, not stream, is that Velvet drew that. Let's see.
That's so cool.
Oh, thank you, Cam. I appreciate that. That is an important consideration.
What?
But yeah, can we be sitting? Is there an iconic bar in the Pathfinder session? Like, I kind of want to sit at the one where the wall got blown out by what's his face?
That is pretty
Avarice
iconic.
Kane. Yeah, but you guys don't actually spend any time there.
Yeah. Go back.
No, we just like the thing is, it's just like us sitting where the wall is missing.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's our Euros scene.
just walk by. Huh? Big fight, huh? Well, see you later.
Okay, I'm saving and
okay.
I'm ready to play Pathfinder.
All right. We still have preamble time if you want. I don't even know what I'm doing.
Yeah, but like I still have to like load up Foundry.
Oh, sure. I saw Ludwig's mouse zipping around when I first sat back down.
Yeah, I was pulling up the new character sheet, and then I was like, I don't have any spells even begun to be stocked for him.
Right.
I suppose I need to pull up the game.
We can do Theater of the Mind. If we get in combat, y'all are fucked. I'm just gonna tell you that you're all flanked at all times, and you'll be like, okay, I guess.
What are you talking about?
Huh? Like playing without a map.
Oh.
Which doesn't work great in D&D 5e or Pathfinder.
It works fine. But like, if you're doing Theater of the Mind, everybody has to be in on it. Is the problem.
I just feel like if
you're doing Theater of the Mind, you have to make the combat way more narrative. Like,
right. Mm-hmm. I just, My biggest, longest running experience with Theater of the Mind was watching Koibu run like the original roleplay shows, and just like fucking over the players over and over with weird technicalities.
Oh no.
Like, oh yeah, the soldiers are grouped up, I'm gonna fireball them. And they're like, well, they're a little spread out. They're not in formation. There's casters in this world, so they know to spread out. So you hit like half the number you think you did. Stuff like that. Or like, I don't know, their gear not getting saving throws versus fire, but because this tree is a little more wet than it should be, the fireball doesn't start the tree on fire. Anyway.
Okay, so
So
you're
that's
talking
probably
about,
not universal.
you're talking about Dungeons and Dragons right now, and I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, yeah.
There's a new UA that came out today,
Oh.
and
Okay.
honestly, kind of sick.
What's it about?
It is necromancy bard and
Also, hello, Joel.
like a reworked undead patron warlock.
Mr. Promancer, how's it going? As we keep going with the session, I'm probably not going to talk to chat too much. That sounds very cool. I would be interested in perusing that.
Wait, Dylan, were you talking about a DM that you've had experience like playing with, where they would
No,
just...
that's like just my introduction to D&D was roleplay with Amy JP running with Jeff Robinson and God, what's Ryan something, and I don't remember that. I don't remember her name.
It was JP with
Really
all the
long.
StarCraft 2 pros.
Yeah, correct. Yes, Amy JP, some StarCraft 2 players and MLG people, and a random like a kind of okay known DM that they found. And I think this is all before Critical Role started. I don't know, but Koibu splits a lot of hairs, and uses Theater of the Mind to his advantage, and he's the GM, so he wins. And it can be frustrating.
You. I don't like it.
I think that
Cam, thank you for that gift sub to Joel. Thank you.
you have to be like, if you're gonna do that, you have to like be at a point where you can accept that your players can do the same thing to you.
Yeah, and he was okay about letting them, not rules lawyer, but like fictional position themselves in, sometimes. Also, unrelated, I've prepared for this session with a single dumpling, a single wonton, a cup of chai, and a slightly burnt tongue. And they're
Why
all,
is your tongue slightly burnt? Is
'Cause
it
I
because you
drank
made your
the chai.
too hot? Yeah.
I drank the chai right off the Keurig, really.
Yep. Smart.
Mhm.
Why'd you do it?
I wanted to taste the chai. I wanted to be calmed and soothed, and it half worked.
Wait. Oh, this is okay.
I will be right back.
Welcome back. I mean, sorry, I'm getting confused. I will see you in a minute, Connor. Hello,
Yeah,
Misha,
yeah.
is what I meant to say. Hi, Misha.
I'll be right back.
Welcome back, everyone, to playing Pathfinder, because it's been a while.
Do we have rights to that?
Playing Pathfinder?
The song.
Oh, wait.
No, I'm sure.
Probably not. If there's a song involved, probably not.
Did you write the song?
Damn, thank you. What song are we talking about?
It's been a while.
Oh. No. Very no on this. No.
What is that song called? It's
Well, it's basically you take what I was doing and that's it. I mean, really just
Oh, it is
singing it
literally
beautifully.
it is literally called It's Been a While.
Yeah.
I thought we were talking about Photograph.
Yeah. Tommy
I
sang that
don't
on
know.
Core stream yesterday. It was good.
I was very confused. I was like, wait. Wait. Also, I really wish that like Wizards of the Coast would stop fucking releasing cool Bard subclasses.
Just have to keep exploring Bard.
I didn't even look at all these new archetypes. Archetypes. I really put some spin on it. Archetypes that are in there. My chance.
Oh my god, I forgot my whole thing. Okay. I need, like, half the reason I like this preamble is because it gives me time to go, like, do socials and, like, put out a tweet and stuff. And, like, I definitely just didn't.
You're just not.
Nah. I'm just sitting here chatting. I can
Chatting's
basically.
important too.
I mean, you're not wrong. Some of my best streams are just talking.
Some of your best streams truly are. Today we're gonna do D&D prep. And then 4 hours later of just chatting.
Yeah.
Alright, well I'm gonna send you off to Barakti, who is playing... What's he playing? Me and chat. He's playing Sea of Thieves. Arenas. It's very sick. Incredibly pog.
It is.
Honestly, they are so good at it. And it is so disheartening watching them play, and then I'm just sitting here, like...
That is correct, Cody.
Trying to hit, like, things that aren't even moving, and just missing. It feels terrible.
I can type. Let's see. Oh my god, Cody, thank you. And thank Cam, you're going ham on the gift subs, jeez.
Oh, hold up. I need to be in there because I think my sub ran out.
Oh, gotta pick one up. Let's see. What do we do? Oh, yeah. I'm almost done with this. Cam? Good bait, Moto. Good job. Oh my god. Thank you. Thank you, Cam. You are way too nice.
What a daddy, honestly.
I mean, true. Alright, let's see. What do we, We're basically just waiting for Connor to come back.
So
Okay.
What the? Thank you, Ninth Pond. What? There's so many.
Okay, I would also... I don't know. I guess at like the end of the stream, I don't know how long this stream is going to be. I would like to try and workshop a character with everybody here.
Oh, okay.
Mostly because if I am going to make a new character, I don't... Like, the thing is like, I was thinking about Grimnir, right? But I don't even know, like... I don't have a reason for Grimnir to exist yet. And I don't know if he's necessarily going to fit like the tone of the campaign we're going to do next, right? Like the feature of the game.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to explore a few concepts.
Yeah. I'm gonna be talking about this again when Connor gets back, but this is probably gonna be kind of like a cleanup setup session, maybe a little more like chatty and talking about what you guys want to do next than usual, because like well, the nature of the sandbox is you guys kind of got to the end of this stuff that I had, and then I didn't really early enough apply some hooks for you guys to follow forward. So yeah.
No, Misha, it's not the end. It is simply the new beginning.
Yeah, they like took out.
I'm back.
The short version. Actually, I'm supposed to let someone else do recaps, aren't I? Would someone else like to recap the last session to catch everyone up? For hero point, of course. And Connor, I was just saying, this will probably be a slightly more chatty, more setup, cleanup session than usual, and might end up going like short, but we'll see.
Cool.
Yeah. Does anyone remember what happened last time?
Couldn't tell ya.
Last time on Eden Ball Z.
Oh, I thought you were gonna do it. Do it. You did the cool spell.
True.
I did do the cool spell, and then I stumbled for like 15 minutes trying to figure out what was actually occurring. Okay, hold up. Wait. Hold on, let me need a Discord server really quick. They're ping, 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 ping. So last time was Brass meeting us that same session. It was like Brass coming to the River Keep the same session.
Yes, the very start. Right?
Yeah, that's kind of where we ended off the session before.
Okay, so Brass
Also, might as well do this. That didn't work.
was walking towards the River Keep, the River Keep, while Ludwig was also heading in the same direction. And when he arrived, he demanded to see the new emperor, who was not necessarily me at the time, even though it was technically me. And then he tried to duel me, which was stupid of him. Why would he even ask if I was going to say yes to that? But then I stupidly was like, hey, if you go kill this one guy being Aberrus Kane, like, I'll give it to you anyways, because I really didn't think that through. In reality, I was just trying to get rid of one person. And then, in my head, if they were allied together, like, basically, ended up being right anyways, is the long story of that one. And then Eve found us when she was doing some snooping. And then she informed Solace of a meeting between Aberrus and Brass. At first I remember not wanting to go, because I figured that if everything was going to go the way of Brass, it was just going to happen. Which is what I had resigned myself to. But then, when I was heading back to the River Keep, there was an explosion in the Clocktown ward of Eden. And we three decided to check it out. And it was Aberrus Kane fighting with Mr. Brass. Unfortunately, we showed up for Brass, of course. But after a very eventful critical failure on a very powerful spell called Calm Emotions, Aberrus Kane was calmed critically.
Which threw me for a loop.
It threw everybody for a loop.
Yeah.
If you go back and watch the whole thing, you'll see that I did not remember multiple times that he critically failed that saving throw. Yes, critically calmed, Misha.
Yes. It's really. Yeah.
And then. Yeah, I mean, we got him.
Yeah. You guys. Yeah. Party basically snatched up the kind of like. I don't know. What do you call it? Like.
We stripped him of his spellcasting implements.
Yes. Took his staff, took his book, threw him in a extra dimensional bubble that Solus' family conveniently had as the elf mafia. And, yeah. So he's...
Yeah, of course, we're gonna try him in actual court eventually, but...
Yeah.
We have to figure out some other stuff first. Mostly because I know Ludwig would never, ever allow him just to... Look, we are not talking about that, Misha.
There's a brief recap. We don't have to... And, yeah, the other half of it is that, like... So that was, like, I don't know... mid-season climax boss or something. And a lot of the rest of the campaign was generally supposed to be kind of about this guy Brass, like...
Oh yeah, also we
gaining
spawned a new
power.
timeline.
Yeah. So, like, if things went along status quo, Brass was going to keep trying to become Emperor and, like, basically trying to kind of
Ludwig.
chase divinity in certain ways.
I totally forgot about Ludwig's Pog moment where he was like, hey, it's okay to be normal, man.
Yeah. Ludwig had a very, like, good
Poignant.
diplomacy role after, like, a series of kind of knocking Brass down and fucking up his plans, where Ludwig was like, hey, man.
Put it out.
Yeah, you can just, like, not do this. You don't have to chase this, like, glory that you're, you know. And Brass, like, he succeeded wildly. It was a very good role, and Brass was like, yeah. I mean, okay. This isn't working out. Like, every attempt to become Emperor has kind of gotten, like, squashed.
I didn't fuck up the timeline. I spawned a new one, Wes.
Yeah. So, original timeline was basically Brass becomes God and, like, kind of fucks over the party, and party has to, like, take down Brass. New timeline is, who knows, because Brass, like, has been diverted from that path.
Now.
We hit the branch, and Brass is beaten down enough to be content not taking his dad's throne.
Yeah, wasn't the whole thing about him, like, becoming, like, the Emperor or, like, God, even in the backstory?
Yeah.
Right. It was in the, like,
The Trello board.
It's from our Microscope world building game that, like, Brass was in there and was going to be a big bad guy leading a cult of old god worshippers.
Actually, I didn't even know about, like, the Brass becoming, like, God thing.
Yeah.
I actually didn't know about that. I wasn't part of that.
Technically, that's my embellishment on where I was going to direct it and why he was going to be doing that. But
if you look
doesn't
at
matter
our world building streams, and then if I guess if Dylan ever posts, like, screenshots of the
I can link it. The Trello board?
the Trello board.
Yeah,
You can
had it
definitely
linked.
tell what I put in there compared to what, like, other people put.
I had it linked publicly at some point. You guys can read it here if you want to peruse. It's kind of big. It's kind of a lot. All based on the game Microscope, but yeah. So that's kind of where we're at.
What does it mean when under palette pans it says smoke on the water?
We are not allowed to use that song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A music bot Music Bot was in the Discord channel, and so he was in the turn order for a ban, and so we banned Smoke on the Water.
Oh,
I don't know.
okay.
What else is a Music Bot gonna ban? Stairway to Heaven? So I guess then the like start of it. Give me a moment.
Oh yeah, we also totally skipped out on this like successor's like is this okay, so is the successor brass?
What do you mean?
Like on the Trello board?
Oh. Maybe? Hold on.
I think the successor was supposed to be.
Or was the successor the child?
Might have been ambiguous, might have been a variable position. I don't know which one you're talking about. Under Succession Crisis?
Fallen City Retreats.
Oh.
Fallen Cities retreat to worship the old gods.
Oh. Well, I guess that's not dark anymore. Because I guess it's just soulless.
No,
yeah.
that could still be dark.
Yeah, I was gonna say, hold up.
Hold up!
Well, yeah, I mean, right. It all depends, I guess. But successor has been named. I could modify that card.
Solthariel Abishin is a good boy.
Yeah. Wait, it won't let me edit. Oh, I'm not logged in. I'll do it later. There's definitely some things before that point in the timeline that I now have to like move. Whatever, it doesn't matter. It's all a utility. So let's see. I don't know an appropriate song off the top of my head. That's okay. We'll use this one that I overuse all the time.
Legend of Mana.
You betcha. All right.
It's overused if you like it.
It's overused if my party doesn't like it.
I think we should switch to using case closed music only. By case closed music, I mean the English opening theme song.
Yeah. I don't think we got like 40 years until the first new century in 100 years. You know?
I hope you know for my campaign that's how I'm gonna open every.
That's fine.
If it goes on for more than just a one-off, it's good. Like it's gonna be how I open it.
Oh, is it just gonna be the case close opening, but with our characters' faces like transposed onto the characters?
I will definitely put in the effort to do a really bad, like Photoshop video of that.
All right. So I think we're going to be, let me see. I'm going to unpause this. We're going to be starting on the next day, and we're going to be starting on not
Oh, that is the stream.
what is the stream? Oh,
I was clicking on the stream.
I understand. I'm glad my quality is good enough to trick you like that. So we're gonna just start with one of these side cutscenes. We're gonna open not on the party, but like the sun kind of coming up and like shining light on the western face of song request. I need to turn this shit off. God damn it, Connor.
I was really really hoping you had one.
Let's just pause all redemptions. I wish I had a switch for this.
I'm sure
We
you
can
can
hit
program.
You can hit that song in a minute.
I'm sure you can program it to your stream deck.
Maybe? I didn't see anything like that. But anyway, sun's coming up. Maybe I'll even swap us over. I don't know. I'll point at things. If you guys want to go to the world map. So, sun is kind of coming up. We're looking at the western face of the mountains east of Eden. The large river of Eden flows from. And it's like maybe we see like a farmer in the hills, like coming out of his house and looking up to the east, looking up the river. And there's this patch of kind of like, in the distance, he and we can see some like sickly, kind of darker green, almost black grass, like along the riverside. And the farmer's seen this for a couple of days, but he hasn't paid too much attention. He's just going about his daily work. But this morning he notices something a little different. The river itself has started to darken, and along the riverbank, which you can see from his house, and at the edge of his field, this like sickly green grass is really rapidly, you can almost watch it change color. And as he like goes about his work for the morning, tilling the fields, he does see it spreading down the river towards Eden until like by the end of the day, it is across his entire sightline down the river. Like as far as he can see, the grass along the river is turning this strange color, and he's scratching his head wondering what it's about. And like, again, by the end of the day, he notes that it's kind of hitting his field, really, the edge of his field, and he's got this crop of like corn, and it starts to change color and starts to wilt. And so he sends a runner to Eden. You know, it calls for like the village like messenger to urgently bring a message to the River Legion to investigate this. And then I think we jump to the River Keep, where I imagine Solus is waking up. And I guess my question is, what are the party's sleeping arrangements now? Like, are the rest of the party just still kind of hanging out at Solus's house? Or have you dispersed?
I have a whole castle.
Yeah, do you like invite the party to, do you give the party like rooms in the castle officially?
Or if they want to. Like, I'm not gonna force them to.
Sure, yeah. I mean, there's like plenty of guest rooms and stuff.
I would certainly have invited them, but I would never have been like, you're sleeping here.
Right. Okay. So
this is the first day after?
Yes, this is like the next morning. You guys, you know, you found, or Solus at least, found like the weird study with the kind of bear study with like empty shelves and stuff, with like the pedestal in the middle. And then like a crystal that seems to interact with it. And then this is the next morning because we decided we weren't dealing with that immediately. So yes, a bear study. It's there's bear heads everywhere. Bear teeth. I did mean that the shelves were empty, is all, but
I thought that the bears were shelves.
Sure, yeah.
No, it's just a bear study. They look at it that like, yep, that's a bear.
Right. Adam has an entire shelf of just like these bears like holding their arms out and holding books and stuff. Anyway.
That is really into taxidermy.
Yeah. Well, gotta have a hobby when you're thousands of years old. Probably not even new. They're like, yeah, this is a thing I got really into 150 years ago. Sorry.
For like 6 months. It's
Yeah.
like, there's no good way to get rid of a taxidermied bear. Yeah, Ludwig would chill out at the River's Keep this time.
Sorry, I'll play the song, Connor. Jeez.
Now that there's interesting things afoot.
Where is it?
But
Yeah,
he'll
you're saying
soon be looking for a more permanent place, probably closer to the council building.
Yeah.
And I've always wanted to be a great detective. Over the years, I've worked at perfecting the craft, impressing almost everyone, except maybe Rachel.
So
Some bad guys ambushed me, slipping me
here you
something
go, Connor.
important.
I like how it has the like intro and everything.
All right. So while we're listening to the song request from Connor, so Connor, where is Sonus sleeping at?
Where did everyone else say?
Ludwig's sleeping in the palace somewhere in the river keep.
Servants' quarters.
Right.
Yeah, I think the Sonus would probably also
Okay. Sure.
be there.
So you guys,
It's the Case Closed theme song, the
Yeah,
best
correct.
anime ever.
so Solus is waking up. He's feeling.
One of the longest.
I'm not gonna say how he's feeling, but there's some like very chipper music stuck in his head for some reason. And I think I'm just like leaving it to the party from there. What is your first order of business, if you have one, for the new day?
Ludwig will like be knocking on the door probably pretty early and just be out there with Levin. Okay, let's go. I really want to see what Adam had.
You're knocking on like my door.
Yeah, it's the
right?
big door.
Okay. I guess Solace just gets up and opens the door.
You not ready? Let's go. I want to look at what's in the study.
But we already looked at it. There was like a pedestal and a crystal thingy. Like there's.
But it fit in. We were like, let's not plug it
We
in now.
also discovered that was like. We did do really well in Arcana check. I remember it has something to do with like interdimensional portaling and like folding dimensions.
Yeah. So it's not gonna like lift off the castle or anything.
Right, but we didn't plug it in the previous night, right? We
Correct.
saw it and went, better not.
Yeah, we've done enough today. We're gonna chill.
Okay, Ludwig. But if this is something crazy and wild, this is on you.
Of course. Where's Sonus? I thought he was supposed to be here.
I mean, I'm sure he's somewhere in the kitchen.
Probably right when you say that. Sonus would like barrel in with a iconic like Renaissance fair sized turkey leg
Amazing.
and a just
Breakfast, even, you monster.
as well as like probably some form of ale to
Perfect.
wash down the turkey leg.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
It is so early, Sonus. So early.
What can I say? Your morning routine makes your day.
Explains a lot.
Actually, I agree. I mean, I spend all day or all morning like preparing potions and stuff. You have ale and a turkey leg, kind of the same idea when you get down to it.
A lot of chemistry going on.
Yeah. Yeah, we just I really want to see what this study thing does. Unlock the secrets of Adam.
Okay.
All right. So, in that case, you guys head back up to that tower. That small study is located. You enter and sorry.
We should free what's his name?
Oh.
That's true. It's been a couple days.
I mean, it's only been one night.
I suppose that's true. Yeah,
He can
things
stay
are
in there
kind
a
of a
little- He can
blur.
stay in there a little bit longer.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
fine.
no problem. Um,
You know, you have runners now. We could just send someone.
Eh.
yeah, and you can just assume that there is some like
I'm holding him lawfully.
yeah.
Praise from me. Guy's kind of a jerk.
Yeah, there's always some like Presidia or some other like groundskeeper or something near enough by that you can get someone to run and send a message whenever you need, but or like fetch things for you. As long as you're in the keep and you don't like explicitly send everyone away, there's someone nearby.
No, I'm holding him lawfully, so it's fine.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know. So that's fine. You guys continue up the kind of narrow stairways to this this tower room, and yeah, you enter, and again, there are these shelves that have nothing on them. There is a like pedestal in the middle of the room with kind of this indent in it with like some kind of metal faceting around it.
Hey, take it away, Emperor.
I guess I do the thing.
Okay. So like when you insert this crystal, the whole room kind of feels like it shudders to you. The door like suddenly slams shut behind you if it was open, and like your vision kind of swims a little bit, and it just lasts like a moment. There's kind of like this wispy like double image of the tower, of the room that you're in, kind of wave back and forth, and then like suddenly it stops, and it looks like you're still in the same room. Like you maybe have this impulse to like rub your eyes a couple of times, and now there's like books on all of the shelves, that like you still can kind of, if you look closely, you realize you can kind of like see through these books. And there's like a notebook like sitting open on the pedestal. There's like that's about it. It is suddenly a stocked study and not a barren one.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
I guess I read the note.
Yeah, there's like notebook on the table. It's just some scribblings about like seems like kind of a like a diary of sorts, a log. You gather pretty quickly that it's Adam, and this is like a couple of days before he was killed, and it's talking about just like the last like vote they had on some issue that it's not like a huge deal, some like something about distributing like farmland to basically nobility that had like lost their land to encroaching nature, or like probably a lot to like bandits in the Northeast, like a lot of relocated farmers and nobility being having their land kind of redistributed. And other than that, just like his thoughts on it, his reasoning, just talking about like keeping the nobility like placated as they try to kind of stabilize the region, I guess, reaffirm their borders and everything, and that like. If you page through it, it's a lot of stuff like that, like Adam's thoughts on kind of official matters. And what are the other two of you doing? There's like I said, a bunch of books on the shelves. There's also like 2 windows in the room.
We'll head over and grab a book, just kind of at random, and pop it off the shelf and see. You said they're kind of spectral, or have they completely solidified?
When you touch it, yeah, when you touch it, it feels firm to the touch, and you pull it out, and it's not so see-through when you're like interacting with it, it seems.
Okay. All right. And we'll just kind of take a look and see what kind of thing Adam was looking into.
Okay. Yeah. The book you grab. Let's see. That's a 4? Sure looked like a 15 on the. All right, it's fine. 3D dice are tricky. Anyway, yeah, you pick up a book. It's basically a biology text about like sea animals.
Well, that's pretty neat. Look at this. He was looking at like fish. I haven't tried the fish creature yet.
They like to eat, or for the,
Oh
like.
no, like to put in Blevin, give him
Oh,
gills.
yeah, right. Yeah. Okay. Not bad. Not bad idea. Yeah. If you look at it, it's A, from an author you recognize, and B, it's like definitely written. It's not like super old. This book is written like 100 years ago, like before the sealing.
Looking around, these don't appear to be like super expensive first editions or anything.
That one, yeah, not really. It's pretty utilitarian. There's a couple of like older books that you pick out on like higher shelves that are like, oh shit, that looks rare, or old at least. But the rarity isn't the point with any of these.
Right. Yeah. No, that's fantastic. He's very excited about all of this. This is his dream come true. We found
Awesome.
a library with cool biology books.
Yeah, and if you need to make, if you come in here and you make a knowledge check, you can, like, say you can get like a +3 circumstance bonus on it.
Dang.
And then, like, I don't know, if you spend longer in here, if you spend like a day researching, we can like scale that up or something,
Cool.
Have we found anything interesting?
To me, sure. Looks like he was looking at biology and stuff.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, he was always kind of looking into stuff like that, I guess.
I guess I pick up a book as well.
Sure. Yeah. That dice flew. Okay. Yeah. You grab a book. It, again, like, seems to be a pretty, like... It's an older book. It's about crafting, like, kind of making, kind of blacksmithing with a certain type of material that you don't really recognize off the top of your head, the way it's described. Well, I should say, after reading a little bit, it seems similar to the material that you saw in Explicita's temple and that like sunken chunk of the floating city. And that book looks significantly older, but
We don't have. I guess I would ask Ludwig if he remembers the medal from the Explicita's temple.
Is metal?
The main construction of the room.
Yes, kind of the same sort of thing we saw in Salamanders, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Or do you have like a book about that sort of thing? I believe we figured out those had something to do with the floating city.
Yeah, they're actually pieces of it, of at least one of them.
That's interesting. A book on a floating city. Sonas, that might be interesting to you.
Sonus would go to grab it, I guess.
Yeah. And you've read through. Have you read through it all the other book that you gave to like Ludwig before?
Yeah, I mean, well, because Sonus like essentially had it read to him a bunch when he was a kid. Like that was, most kids. It was like fairy tale books or whatnot.
Yeah.
Sonus's family, it was, hey, we're gonna teach you about like what we did.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So maybe like the biggest part of this is that you probably recognize some of the pictures look similar to some of the pictures in that book. Some of the stuff they're describing sounds like structures in that book and everything.
Okay.
Let's see. And you guys notice some things as you're hanging out in here. Sonus, you recognize, like, I don't know if you... Let's see. You notice that the door is, like, shimmering. Like, you've spent the most time looking around and not looking at the books. You notice that the door is, like, more shiny than the rest of the room. As you're kind of looking at it, it seems like maybe it's almost like there's a little, like as dust kind of sifts through the room, it's almost like there's a little like projection from the crystal on the pedestal, lighting up the door. And Solus, you look outside, and like how to put this. So, like, the mountains outside of Eden are kind of there, but then you can see, like, clouds kind of through the mountain. It's a little confusing. It's definitely, like, behind the mountain. And there's like, something off about the sky outside the window.
Can I make a check?
Yeah, I made one in secret. It's really high. So if you, like, just walk over to the, like... You're able just at a glance to tell that, like, this isn't, these books aren't being, like, conjured or, like, hidden by the magic in this room. Like, you look outside and you're like, oh, we are kind of in two places at once right now, like, putting together what you know about the crystal, right? And so if you...
Can I figure out where we are?
Let's see. So, yeah, you can, like... If you walk over to the window and take a look outside, you might be able to figure it out. Might be able to put it together. I assume that's something you want to do.
Yes, because
Okay.
if I don't know where the other place I am is at, like it doesn't, like the information is not super helpful to me.
Right. Yeah, you walk over to the window and you look outside. And you see outside, like, first you're at like a high point. It looks at first like you're looking down a hill. There's like this cascade of buildings, some in various like states of disrepair, but like mostly okay. It's like, it's like the roofs of some of these buildings look a little rough. It's not like the buildings are falling apart or anything. That's like, first thing you notice. Second thing you notice is that the stone is made of the same stone as what was in Explicator's temple. It looks very similar, that kind of like shiny blue shimmering in this like inside this otherwise gray stone. It's got like this bluish sheen to it in the light. And then you look down and there's like a couple of like streets that kind of go off into maybe what you place as fog for a minute, and you like kind of can't see too far down those streets, but it seems like almost like a bridge going into this fog, and fog moves. It's like floating by a little bit.
Okay, so my assumption is that this study is connected to another study,
Yes, correct.
and that we are. Okay, I see. I just assume that this is connected to another piece of the floating cities.
Yeah, that is correct. You notice, after a moment of like observing, you realize that that's not fog. Those are clouds, like that the bridge that you're looking at is going into. And like the bridge isn't going over water that you can see. You can just like see more clouds below. You are on a city that is still floating. Not a crashed
Or
one
it's-
like you were in before.
So high that we're just in clouds.
Right. You could be in the mountains. It's possible. You are definitely in the clouds, though.
Don't be alarmed when I say this, but I think I almost said we're not in Kansas anymore. Which is technically true.
True.
Don't be alarmed when I say I think we're in the original floating city.
Would that mean Ludwig is Dorothy?
No, Toto.
He's Toto.
No, wouldn't that be Blevin?
No, Blevin is
What?
Toto's Toto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blevin is
No,
Toto's,
no, that,
Toto's
no,
pet,
that
like,
makes sense.
flying goblin monkey.
Yeah.
If Ludwig
Yeah,
is
he befriended.
Dorothy, Blevin is Toto.
Which one
And
is
I'm
Sona's
the, and
then?
I'm the Wicked Witch of the East.
Sonus is who's the one that doesn't have a brain?
Oh
Scarecrow.
my goodness, yeah.
Oh,
Wait,
Lord.
weren't you in a musical about this?
Yeah, I was literally in the Wizard of Oz, but that's not.
Yeah, but how can you not remember which one doesn't have a brain?
There's
There's literally a song.
because literally I tried to forget about that. Like, I forgot my entire first song the first night. I literally stood there and
Delicious.
apologized to the crowd. So,
Oh no.
I'm a big fan of that.
Anyway.
Eve is definitely. Well, no, Solus might be the Tin Man. No heart.
Heck W? Biggest heart? What the?
Oh my.
Let's say Ludwig may be more cowardly lion.
That does kind of make sense.
But I think Blevin is definitely Toto, no matter
That
who.
that works for me.
So this is not like some trans-dimensional barrier of some kind. This is literally like a transportation magic that has occurred.
Yeah. But you still, yes, yeah. Correct.
Is there any check I could do to maybe figure out, like, more about it with my background and also just.
What do you want to ask? What do you want to know?
Oh God.
Because the answer is yes. I just need to know which skill check to have you roll.
So do we know we're for sure in like the old floating city?
It's a fair assumption that you're in the sky. Other than that, I don't know how you determine
Yeah,
that.
we could
let's,
be
is
like crashed
there-
on a mountain.
let's see.
Would
Let's see,
Sonus
let's see.
have known
Do you have any-
about like the
All right,
essentially
you have
like,
under roll.
teleportation magic?
Roll me an Arcana check.
Yeesh.
or like any of your other magic knowledge checks if they're like 5 higher.
No? Well, I don't know if nature. No, nature is like.
I guess nature would have to be extra high. I guess Arcana and religion,
Nature is 8 over my Arcana.
which is what?
+8.
Wait,
No, his Arcana is probably not
0.
high, and his nature is +8.
Yeah.
oh, I see. Yeah, go ahead and roll the nature.
Oh, okay.
It's just like you're rolling to understand like primal magic and
Yeesh.
teleportation magic exists? Question mark.
Well, since we're here, we may as well just walk around a little bit.
Yeah, after you guys. I hate to ask. We should probably make sure there's nothing going to come in and steal the key from us.
Yeah, so Solace is already reaching for it.
Okay. Yeah, sure. So you pull out the gem?
Yeah, and I just put it in my bag of holding.
Okay. Immediately, books disappear, whatever you're looking out at the window disappears, and you're just back in the previous study.
I imagine that we just have the books though still, Ludwig is holding the book. And
Oh no, no, those are those are not with you.
Wait. Okay,
Oh,
so
they're bound to that place. That's pretty neat. Not much of a lending library, but pretty cool.
Right. Very, very strict policy about not borrowing the books. Read in only.
Well, I don't know necessarily. I haven't actually looked at any of the transportation magics, but I think that might just be a rule with the transportation magics as well.
No. I also haven't.
Oh my god, Dylan, please.
Well, this is,
It's magic, baby.
yeah.
Yeah, but what happens when he reads the rules for teleportation circle and it says explicitly says that anything the party is holding gets transported with them,
Well, then you can set up a transportation circle to come and get these books. So you know where it is. Adam had different ideas.
Fucking Adam, what the hell? What's this boomer shit, man? Well, Ludwig, I guess that answers your question. If somebody's there, they could just take the crystal and just strand us there.
I'm going to go grab my pack, and then I'll be back. Don't leave without me. And Ludwig would go scramble down to where he left his stuff and, hoist it all and bring it with him.
Okay. Yeah. So, you guys regroup shortly thereafter.
We have an entire whole day before the coronation. Or is it 2 days?
I forget what you said. I thought it was today. I thought you were let's do this tomorrow.
Yeah, you may have bumped up the timeline.
It is today. Well, because I didn't want to give it to to Brass as an empty as a seat holder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool, and I want to look more into it, but it's a little risky right before you go on the crown.
I don't know how long this is gonna last, right? How long does I guess there's the whole parade thing. I assume that there's gonna be a parade thingy.
Yeah.
You've got time. It's not a rush. It's not like Adam's going to come back and be like, "Hey, give me back my library."
Well, no, I would just like to do the thing. Is my thing.
Sure.
But yeah, so Solace is gonna say, so let's pack this up for a little bit, and we can come back later tonight or maybe even tomorrow morning if you guys would like.
Yes, that sounds good.
And I guess there's no real reason to be holding councilmen in the Riverkeep anymore since Aberrus is dealt with and assumedly Brass is done chasing me. And the throne.
Yeah, he seems like he's got to work out some stuff on his own for a bit.
Okay, well let's go release a good councilman.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys can head down to the dungeon and like I think Councilman Opulus like here's kind of the door to the dungeon opening and like looks over and kind of raises an eyebrow when he sees that it's you. And you Solus in the party, and he stands up and like bows his head. He's like, I was beginning to think you forgot about me down here.
It has been one night. It's a little dramatic, don't you think?
Oh. Perhaps.
Of course, Councilman. For the time being, I believe our investigation is being suspended, so I'm going to release you.
He nods and kind of like straightens his robes. He probably like was wearing armor in the council room. Kind of like his full getup is a very just fancy suit of decorative armor. Probably that has been like confiscated.
I don't know. I don't remember if the thing is like he just was doing the thing. So
Right, yeah. Okay.
I very highly doubt that like Solus was like, take off his armor.
Okay. In that case, at some point he probably just did because
Yeah, I'm
hang on
sure it
your
was very uncomfortable.
yeah, he starts, he's like, his armor is sitting in a very neat pile in the corner, and he gestures to it, and he's like, could you fetch a squire or something to perhaps help me don this again? And he'll start, like, kind of doing it himself.
Solus goes to help him
Okay.
instead.
He takes pause and looks a little surprised for a moment, and then takes the help. Doesn't say too much through the process until the end, and then he'll like bow his head again. And he'll say, "Thank you for the assistance."
Well, there's no reason to wait all that extra time when I'm right here and I can help you.
I appreciate that efficiency, he says, and then he'll like follow you out.
All right. Well, I have events to prepare for. Stay out of trouble.
Yes,
And hopefully we'll never have an interaction like the other night ever again.
I look forward to a more normal working relationship.
All right, Ludwig.
Yeah, what?
We should be heading off now. The councilman can see himself out, and I'm sure he would love to go see his family.
Yes, my family and my logbooks. There's much to catch up with. Army is busy.
Did he say the army is busy?
Yeah.
With what exactly? Sorry to drag you back in.
No, it is your business to know. Primarily redistribution of troops, now that Salamander is taken care of. Still a threat of the rest of his forces, but it seems that they are dispersing for the most part. So, just redistributing the River Legion to take care of threats elsewhere. Bandits and such that have run rampant in the south.
Could you compile a dossier for me and have that delivered?
Yes, I will put that together.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
He nods, and then he'll depart. How long have we been going? Not too long. Okay. All right. So where to next? How did I pull up that character sheet?
We still have a golem in construction, right?
Yeah.
That's true.
Did you guys? All right. Sorry, Ludwig. Did you guys actually work something out with the Golemry to get something together? Did you pay them the amount to hire other people to go grab the ore that they would need for the core?
We certainly haven't done that yet.
Okay.
But we could.
Yeah. My impression was that was kind of on stasis. So.
Yeah,
Glad.
that was exactly where I was.
Okay, so are we...
Ludwig's waiting to get through the coronation before he does anything crazy.
Sure. Yeah.
It really is just I'm gonna take a couple days for me, and then get cracking on stuff.
Sure.
Yeah, because I don't... Solace doesn't really have anything necessarily super duper, present that he needs to do other than to be coronated.
Same. Yeah.
And then, does Sonus have anything he needs to do? Or wants to do? Is another good way to put it.
Not that I can really think of. I mean, I don't know how much more business I could find to do with the bronze darters. The only thing that I could specifically direct attention on is the whole flyer thing and trying to become a god, essentially.
Right. Oh, we did forget. Do you want to take a minute and talk about goals? Because that's going to be helpful for me in terms of near midterm goals for the characters. I know, Connor, you just said yours, and we kind of just talked about Ludwig's a little, but yeah, I'm curious what you guys are interested in before I insert too much stuff.
I'll jump in and be that guy. Ludwig's main goal is to wait until he actually has kind of cemented somewhat authority with the ambassadorship with Solus in emperorship.
Okay.
And then he will be working pretty much immediately on getting ambassadors out to various nearby towns. Lunderkirk, he does want to send Parlay up to the remnants of the Salamander group to try and work out a peace. And he'd send a letter home too.
Okay, cool. All right.
So diplomatic stuff, that's his goal.
Got you. Solus, what are you thinking? Do you have
I don't know. To be honest, I did not really think about what would happen to Solus after he became emperor.
Right.
Although, the fact that his castle is attached to another floating castle is, I'm sure it's mostly just going to be trying to figure out what the fuck. Because there's still a lot of shit that's going on, like outside of Eden, that he can't necessarily solve on his own.
That is fair. Okay.
So for now, like I don't really have any goals per se. That's why I wanted to, like, at the end of this, like, kind of workshop like a reason,
Sure.
maybe to like.
Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at too. Is I don't know. I mean that's pretty much after Calvin died. That's kind of where Sonus was. Is it was just like, I'm just here,
Yeah.
but not in the sense of like I'm uninterested. I just don't know exactly what I have to like target or focus on other than the whole trying to
Okay.
essentially build a following.
Got you. Yeah, no, that's fine. Okay, cool. Thanks for going over that with me then. Yeah. So it sounds like talking about it at the end of the session is actually kind of the better move this time. Okay. Cool. So then next up is probably like just. It sounds like you're going to like the coronation.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So that will be happening like kind of at the council building primarily. So cool. Let's see. So all right. So you guys head out that way. You'll be, you know. I think once you arrive, like. Dukius is actually like basically just arriving himself and like talking to some of the guards out front. Let's see, let's change this. What does this sound like? I'm sorry, I'm gonna try a song. If it plays. Yeah, you guys are arriving. The coronation is set to happen in a little bit. And, like, you have some time to talk to any of the council members if you want, but otherwise, like... I think there's, like, an attendant who runs up to you as you're walking up the stairs of the council building, and he'll, like, bow to you, Solus, and then, like, to the rest of the party, and he'll say, kind of stands up, he says, good of you to arrive so early. We have some time to make preparations as needed and, get everything together. And, you do understand, of course, that as you requested to have this so soon, that, it won't be perhaps as grand as it otherwise would be, if we had even another week to prepare, but, we still organized.
There's no reason for such an event to be that audacious. It merely needs to be effective.
Yes, well, true. So we will be crowning you here on the steps of the council building, if that is agreeable to you, at the very top. And then we've arranged something of a parade to show off the new emperor to the people. And that will be, yes. And he kind of bows and says,
I looked over to Ludwig and Sonus and I'm just like, they really think that this is my first parade? Or the first time I've seen a coronation?
I mean, it's probably a little different. You probably shouldn't like do a song while you're up there.
Would that be that unprofessional, you think?
It would be a little weird.
Maybe you're right.
Oh, I say go for it. I mean, there is that point of view as well. You're the emperor now. If you want to sing, I mean, sing away.
Yeah, I mean, that's also fair. What the?
We should probably send out someone to invite the harpies over. Give them a good seat just for their patience, you know.
You can do that. You have the power now.
That's true. Well, that's great. Yeah, they'll probably be pretty glad to hear about that. Neither of them struck me as exactly the patient sort.
That was kind of a bop, Dylan. What the?
I know, I like that song. It's good. Not what I thought it was. I haven't used that in a while. Anyway. Not probably appropriate for the current situation, so I'm sorry.
I think your point of asking the military individual whose name I've already forgotten but could look up, I bet. I'm going to stop by the council chambers real quick and get the academics working on it as well. Kind of a, hey, welcome on board, here's the stuff you need to know sort of thing.
Sure. I don't understand the connection there necessarily, but
It's just mostly to get your feet on the ground. Also, I'm real curious to know what the hell is going on that they wouldn't just tell the every person.
you're probably correct. Although I just assume that not everything can be said to everybody, and that's sort of how it's going to be.
Yes, I'm excited to have this new level of insider knowledge. Plus, we need to start, planning what you're doing the next few days. You're going to be a very busy person.
Probably. Although, if I had to guess, it seemed like Adam had a lot more time to himself than maybe we had ever thought.
True. Yeah, maybe you could kind of do what he did. Although, he made a lot of god enemies, so maybe that wasn't the best plan overall. Maybe a little more hands-on.
Yes. While he's doing that, I guess I'm gonna be looking at Aberys's spellbook.
Okay, yeah.
Even though I had like all night to do that.
Oh my god, I can't wait to complain about this later.
To complain about what?
Something later.
Something later.
Yeah. Just GM stuff. I'll complain when it's not relevant. Anyway.
Uh-oh. I can't believe these invisible assassins are such a pain to set up. What?
All right. So. Okay. So Ludwig, can you recap for me what you would like to do there? It sounded like
run to council chambers basically, and just in particular the what is it? Numeri and I think it's Viridia that probably have more of the lay of the research land.
yeah, okay.
And just actually he'll just stop by everybody and basically say, can I get a report of like, give me the lowdown of where we stand right today.
Yeah.
With
okay.
stuff like your biggest threats, the biggest good thing you got going for you, you know. I'm a new manager. Let me see what's going on.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna rock the boat.
Totally. Okay.
That's the new character voice, by the way.
Oh no.
What the? Oh my god.
What's your new? What's potentially your new character's name?
For him. No, he won't say it like that. Maybe.
Maybe.
What is it? Sorry, I did not hear you.
Werham. 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 He's a wereham. He turns into a pig in a full moon. Why did I make it that? God damn it.
Big mistake.
Yeah, we gotta rewrite.
Voracious typing ensues after Wareham.
Yeah, gotta take important notes. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, but yeah, he's just running to the council chambers.
Okay, sure. Yeah. Please let me open this folder. Great. Good. Yeah. So, who would you like to talk to first? They're both kind of present. They're both getting ready for their part in the ceremony.
You know what? He last talked with Numeri, so he'll start with her.
Okay. Did I just?
But this isn't like this isn't something he's looking to have a long conversation on. It's more of just like a drop a report off tomorrow if you don't mind. Like if it's not a huge deal.
Yeah.
We just want to be able to get running.
Mm-hmm. Okay, fair.
He's tapping on the cubicle wall, that sort of thing, you know.
Yep. Okay. Sure. We can talk later about what kind of things he would like that report to contain. Yeah. Okay. Is there anything else you guys would like to do before kind of like getting started with this ceremony? Solus, do you have anything you want to do or request or anything?
No.
Okay. Okay, cool. Can we maybe then take a 5-minute break?
That sounds good.
Okay, cool.
Why do you need 5 minutes, DM?
Because it's good for us to take a break. We've been going for an hour and a half.
And you also need 5 minutes to set up invisible assassins.
Yeah.
No one's gonna be invisible.
They're ultra visible. They hurt to look at.
Right, that's their whole thing. They're actually just mirrors that point sun at your eyes, and that's their whole thing.
Which one was that? Was that Galileo that was into that?
Probably, I don't know. Anyway, that sounds good. I will catch you guys in 5 minutes then.
It looks like Archimedes. Bye.
Oh, okay. Thanks. Thank you for looking that up.
Yeah, it was important.